hiccup. My apologies for how long that we had a little bit of a pause there, but I hope you are having a fantastic time here at the Canada-a-Thon. And what a better way to keep the Canada-a-Thon going in theme with a poutine. This is the national uh the national plate of Quebec, specifically of the province, but Canada wide has accepted it as well. So now Ultrosgambini is going to be setting us up with a fresh homemade poutine. I've got myself some poutine facts going on, and we're going to be going ahead. Oh no, he's live on my end. He's cutting things up right now. Slicing things up. I got him live on my end. It's an ad on my end. Actually, I gotta refresh my sub to the man. Yeah, he's live to me. I'll provide you with a very quick description of what's going on here. This happens, it's technical difficulties, no stress. I will be able to provide a rough description as to what's going on. First and foremost, this is still a speed run. We are doing cooking percent poutine, 100% glitchless, there are no hacks. He is already julienne the fries and is getting things ready. He is getting everything, or he's already got his mise en place, which is fantastically organized. Can't wait for you guys to be able to take a peek at it. And he is going a mile a minute. He's got a beautiful kitchen knife that he's using very skillfully. The motor made too much poutine. Oh, we got an ad. Perfect. Tell us about the food. Well, generally, poutine is your French fries, curd cheese, and beef gravy. Specifically, beef gravy. There's people who try to use other things, but it's not always exactly the best result. It's not considered traditional. There we go. We're back up and running. So here he's going to be melting some butter. He's already got the potatoes frying up, or boiling, sorry, with a little bit of salt and seasoning that he put into the water as well to help extract a little bit of the water.
He says he's doing the cheese from scratch, which is pretty interesting to me. I'm curious how he's gonna do that. I'm not too savvy about how to make cheese from scratch so quick.
Well, it can be done pretty quickly. I think it takes like 15 minutes in order for it to be separated. But if he's able to do it from scratch, that's going to be extremely impressive. There are some people who accept shredded cheddar, shredded mozzarella, but we don't acknowledge their existence. It's curd cheese or nothing.
Sometimes, I mean, the IGA near us had shredded cheese poutine in the past, and I still ate it. But they upgraded their business model now, and they have real cheese curds, so it's even better.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I to be fair, like I've had the 3 o'clock in the morning cheese, like where like poutine, where like you have no idea how you're gonna put it together, but you find what you have left in the fridge, and if you call it a poutine.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
I did leftover French fries from McDonald's, a Kraft single, and leftover barbecue sauce from Cocobec.
Oh
So
my God.
I have committed the ultimate sin.
I mean,
So
look, it's at 3 a.m. drunk. Like it makes sense, right? You do what you do with what you have.
yeah, absolutely. We adapt and we feed ourselves as needed. So he is actually right now in the process with the butter. He is making what is called a roux. He is going to be adding a couple of ingredients together and boiling this down and reducing it down so that this is the base for his the beef gravy. As you can see, he just got a split on Gravy Act 1. That is exactly the reasoning why. So this is going to be boiled down to be thickened eventually with flour, and if need be, depending on how long the boiling takes. You're going to also be adding in dark soy sauce, is what we saw in the other bowl there. Give it a little bit of umami and a little bit of color. So Gravy has the most RNG. So there is going to be cornstarch. I like that. Cornstarch that is going to be allowed for the sake of marathon safety.
Genius. Yeah, interestingly enough, he already has splits for this, so it's not the first time that he does Poutine RTA.
Oh no, it's quite clear
like
that he has a lot of runs.
Oh yeah, look at that. 105 finished attempts and 188 resets. I wonder what happened on those 188 resets.
Oh man, I can only imagine the amount of burnt gravy and under or overcooked potatoes. As an Irishman myself, it is a sin to throw away potatoes. So I hope that he's able to use every last bit.
Does this stuff have any meat? Of course not. It's a poutine.
No, the base poutine is just potatoes, gravy, and cheese. But it can be topped with any combination. There's actually a restaurant on the island of Montreal. It's called the Banquise, and the Banquise has over 30 options of combinations that you can add and max out your poutine. You can have a taco poutine, you can have cheeseburger poutine, you can have Thanksgiving poutine with turkey and peas, and there's so many different variations and ways that you can make a poutine your own. It's honestly there's no real way it can go wrong. It's just good plus good plus good topped with whatever you like. So I mean, I don't know how that math can go bad. Actually, James, what is your favorite poutine? Are you a classic guy? Do you like to add on something like steak or anything like that?
I'm pretty classic, but if I'm gonna deviate, I don't mind, Portuguese chicken on top is really good, or like onions and Philly cheesesteak is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
In my hometown, we had a place that had a really good Italian poutine, which is with spaghetti sauce instead of gravy.
Yeah.
Which it's really hard to pull off. Like I haven't found any as good as the one in my hometown, so I haven't had one in a while. But when you find a good one, it's really good, Italian one. I just want to point out, it's funny that I'm the French guy here and I'm saying poutine with an English accent, and you're saying it with the French accent. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah, actually, I was just about to remark on that. Where for some people they call it poutine, which is the you could tell when someone is not from Quebec. They pronounce it as such. But generally in the French language, when you have ti, it rolls the t. It makes it a softer t. So generally, if you hear someone say poutine, it's an outsider. Poutine is the local accent.
Yeah, there's
But
almost an S sneaking in there.
yeah, exactly. Just slam an S in between the T and the I, and you got yourself your poutine. So a little fun fact, actually, it emerged in the Quebec area in the 1950s in the center of the Quebec region, and there's actually multiple restaurants that are claiming. I think there are three that are claiming the origins of the poutine, and it's actually the name poutine. Before it wasn't even poutine. There was a full-on like assembly of words. It's gravy, patate fromage, gravy, but it didn't work on the menus. They found it to be a little bit too much of an eyesore, so they kept poutine as the general name.
So it looks like the gravy is thickening here. It's starting to look pretty good to me.
Yep. Hopefully he's going to be able to boil it on down. You can't leave these things boil. Like, this is what's crazy about watching this happen, like live and on a speed run type speed. Oh, he's bringing the fryer over.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he's bringing it into frame here. All right, okay. But like if you let this just kind of boil, you can burn the roux on the bottom, and a lot of this film. I don't know if you've ever made like instant gravy or even just a regular gravy after cooking a turkey or something like that. There is a film that can accumulate very, very quickly, and the separation, you don't want it to separate. So he's got to keep the gravy roux moving, all while keeping an eye on the poutine and sorry, on the potatoes that are currently boiling. He just pulled that into frame to show us. and it's quite a task to handle all of it at the same time. I'm
I
not
have a
gonna
good
lie, man.
feeling about this split here. I think we're gonna save time on Potatoes Act 2.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Potatoes Act 2 is it's not too hard. You're waiting for it to boil. You're making sure that you get them strained afterwards. They're parboiled essentially because if I'm understanding correctly, he's going to be in Act 3 is the oven level. So he's going to be doing his absolute best to fry those potatoes and sear them, or he might even actually no wait. I think that's the deep fryer that he's bringing out over on the side on the other camera there. So he's going to be deep frying them. So he is parboiling them, and so Potatoes Act 3 is going to actually be the deep fryer level. There is the option when you get to Act 3 of choosing either the oven level or the fryer level. Obviously, the fryer level is the better, tastier level, but the oven one can be considered the healthier option.
So it looks like his internet is holding up, so that's pretty good. It was having issues at the start, but by the power of Poutine, we're making it through.
Absolutely. It sticks to the bones when you eat it, and it sticks to the internet when you cook it. So we got to go ahead and enjoy this while we have it on screen. I must say this is actually one of the more interesting speedruns that I've observed. I am living my Iron Chef commentary moment. I used to love watching this as a kid.
You know, I think this is really good. I mean, I've seen Arcus do a burrito speed run, but I think this is taking it to the next level right here. Doing everything from scratch. Arcus was cheating a little bit by having everything pre-prepared and just, shoving everything together. But we're really having here 100% glitchless is taking it to the next level, I would say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No shortcuts, no seed manipulations, we could call it. He is allowing himself to face the RNG of raw cooking versus just assembling the burrito. He is not only going to be
Exactly.
assembling the poutine, but he is going the steps prior to. It's almost like coding the game before you run it, you know?
Exactly, yes. So for those who don't know, the official category that he's running here is called no frozen fries, no instant gravy glitch, good cheese ending.
Yeah, good cheese ending is really the only one that the leaderboard accepts. As I mentioned before, curd cheese is a necessary piece of hardware that you must have in order to be considered onto the leaderboard. Otherwise, it's just being counted as a bad version for the emulator. We don't accept any other versions.
Oh, you're a moderator of the leaderboard? I see.
Yes, yeah, I keep an eye on making sure that everything is official, maintained, consistent. Honestly, I'm honestly, I just published a point on the forum about discussing whether or not we discuss which brand of deep fryer or oven that we're going to be allowing because the load times vary.
Oh, I see. Oh, I might have to check out that thread. I'm pretty interested about all the nitty-gritty details.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just give that an upvote. It's honestly it's a lot bigger deal than people give credit for. So it seems that he's got the oil preheated in the fryer. He tested just before the tenderness of the potatoes. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, they're going in. They're going in. We got some thick boys going in right now.
Oh boy, can the camera handle it?
Oh, beautiful execution.
Yeah, no splash. Honestly, this isn't the type of time for an oil damage boost. Unfortunately, like it takes more time when you end up dealing with those oil damage boosts. So it's pretty good that he was able to avoid that, and it seems that he has successfully gotten past the dipping section of the game.
Yeah, we're reaching the end game here pretty quickly. Here, it came very quick.
Yeah, but don't let it fool you. It can still go wrong. If things are always kind of tensioned up until the last minute. Cheese Boss. It's a very simple title, right? But if the cheese just doesn't melt right, if everything doesn't come together properly, the whole run, we need to reset.
That's right. That's right. Hopefully, we don't have to reset. Have to gather all the ingredients again. You can't just like reset and start again. Like, there's kind of a prep to it.
Yeah, but I mean, he could always just splice the run and swap in a Labelle Provence poutine, and we would never know.
That's true. Maybe as Uber Eats is delivering one in case things go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got it. What we don't see is the paper bag on the side, and then we're gonna go ahead and have Carl Drops do a video on reacting as to how he's the new biggest cheater.
Oh my god.
But it seems that this is not going to be the case for Ultros. He is sizzling ahead, and you can see him go. I was about to say he's been leaving that roof for a little bit while. He's got to get it stirring. He can't be staying there for too long. But now it seems that he's got everything balanced out. He's checking to see if it sticks to the spoon. He's checking the taste. All right, look at that. Look at the skills. A little bit of swag. We appreciate swag in a speed run.
You can tell he knows what he's doing. He's confident. I mean, it's not his first attempt here. Just looking at the timer, so we're dealing with a professional here.
Yeah, he had enough time to clean the camera in between. I mean, the man took the hand off the controller. Like, one-handed percent, is that going to be the next category for Poutine percent? You know what? I'm going to have to see if someone submits it.
Very steamy, but still under control.
I would like to point out, while some people would think that this is a greasy snack or like a guilty pleasure, this has been served to presidents and prime ministers in meetings. There was a time where it was served. Let me see here. To George W. Bush.
Oh, really?
Yes. See
That's
here.
interesting. I wonder what he thought of it.
It is considered a welcoming meal to send off. Also, back in the little bit one last little thing since we're doing this for a
fucking potato RNG.
Oh, we got potato RNG. Hold on, I just heard something from Ultros. It seems that perhaps the amount of starch in these potatoes, it might be affecting the times that he's going to have on this split.
Oh no.
That's too bad. He was really. I mean, we see it in reds here, but still, it would have been acceptable on the board. It would have been top 10 at least.
Yeah, but in a marathon run, it's tough, to get a run that would fare so well on the leaderboards like that, of course.
One other thing, since as I was mentioning before, this is also for residencies. Here is a little bit of a political fact as well. Again, that during the 2011 Canadian federal election, some voters reported receiving robocalls from a phone number registered to Pierre Poutine. This ended up being a scandal, trying to manipulate people to not vote. So be wary. Don't answer the phone to Poutine.
A soft lock. No, I think we're good here. I think we can move onward with this situation here.
I don't know. I mean, if the fries, this is one thing about Poutine. We've got to explain that there is a window where Poutine is perfect. There is a time where when you have the crispy potatoes and you add the cheese on and then you just add the gravy. If you wait too long, it ends up being a puddle of mush and it's not the best. Soft potatoes, it ruins the texture. It's the mix of the fatty and the squeaky cheese of the curd cheese and the crispiness and the softness on the inside of the potatoes. If they're not cooked all the way through, it could be a deal breaker.
That's true. There's definitely a timing window that he needs to hit here. I don't know exactly how many frames it is, but he definitely has to hit it for this run right here.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a very good question. Is taking off the peel a part of the 100%? It is part of the 100%, but this is for marathon strats. We could have had him prepare the potato ahead of time as well to remove them, but he felt that he wanted to add a little bit more flavor, texture, and as a personal signature to the Ultrosgambini Poutine.
Washing the dishes, part of 100%. That's just new game plus, really.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the bonus level. So It's kind of like in Demon's Crest, where the ultra hard final boss isn't part of the 100%. It's like a bonus thing that we can add in. And honestly, it's an auto scroller. It's no fun.
No, it's really no one likes that one.
Yeah,
There's
so
no
you can't PB it. So there's really no point in adding it to the run.
there's strats to save time with the dishes, but no one likes them. No one does it.
Yeah, but there is a way as well. Like you can co-op this run, and then what ends up happening is that while you're doing the cooking or you're doing the cleaning, your other half can easily be taking over so that the food doesn't separate or there are no dishes at the end. So we do accept co-op. It's a different category on the leaderboard, but you got to make sure that both parties know what their responsibilities are in the run, and you guys can move fluidly inside of the kitchen level. It's a difficult run to co-op.
We still haven't seen the cheese. We haven't. I think we've seen a glance of it maybe 10 minutes ago. And I'm very curious. Very curious how it's gonna come out here.
Well, he's got 15 minutes, so he could be using, if to my knowledge, curd cheese, you need a form of an acid and you need whole milk, and that causes the whole milk to curdle, and then you pour it through a cheesecloth, which then separates the curd. I don't know how long that takes, and I don't know what type of procedures he's got in mind. It seems that he is. Is he going to be double frying it? He might be. Salt and
Adding
milk.
some seasoning here on the fries. Well done. Just the right amount. Pretty precise.
Great tumbler. Oh, we got plates. We got plates. Okay, so he's going in for the final thing. We're not doing a double fry. I totally understand why. You don't want to game over on a double fry. Oh, he went for the backup. I totally get that. He didn't want to be coming in over budget, over estimate. So we got ourselves curd cheese. This is something that is available in pretty much anywhere in Quebec. You can go to your delis or local dairy farms, and likely they will have some curd cheese for you. He got himself the beef reduced roux.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Fine. Look at that. He golden
Gold
the
ending.
cheese. Minute
Extremely clutch
48 gold.
ending.
Jeez.
Wow. Very nice finish here.
Look at
Super
that.
clutch.
That is a real glod. That is a crazy split. And there we have it from start to finish. 21 minutes 45 seconds. Let's get those GGs.
Yeah, GG. Great run. Frame
Yeah.
count, yeah, that's right. It might be a 21:44 actually.
Yeah, he might have split late.
Well, that's one for the ages right here. Looks delicious.
Hey, there we go. Well, thank you so much, Ultros, for that Poutine percent run. It is a very unique run. I honestly suggest that everybody try it at least once. Very easy to get in, but honestly, just like the game of chess, much, much harder to master. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and thank you, Jeez, for joining me in commentary.
Thank you for your commentary as well.
And we'll see you all in a little bit. I'll be running Super Castlevania 4 later on this evening. I hope to see you all there.
Yeah, that's right. Next run is Socrates running Vampire Killer mode in Circle of the Moon, which is a great game and a great run. So stay tuned as Ultros devours his freshly made poutine.